Welcome to my views and news. Three news stories. First one is from Alamata city, which is in Raya zone, also called Southern Tigray, disputed territory between Tigray and Amhara regions. Alamata mayor is making some changes, administrative changes without approval from any authority. While he is working in the capacity of interim mayor, should he make these changes? Secondly, a meeting was held yesterday in Addis Ababa of Addis Ababa churches. The meeting was led by Abune Matthias-led Orthodox Church faction, and an Oromo bishop spoke at the meeting. He talked about the three dissidents, Abune Saviros and two others others who have split with the Orthodox Church. He's an Oromo, Abune Henock. What did he say? It seems what he said indicates that church was aware of what was happening within the church. But the Holy Synod ignored several things. That is why we are seeing a split. And lastly, we have a clip for you of Debretsion Gebremichael's young kid. Where is Debretsion's family? Where is his wife? Where are his kids? Firstly, viewers, Alamata. Alamata city is in southern Tigray, Raya zone, and future status of this zone is still uncertain through dialogue, through referendum, through different types of engagements between Tigray, Amhara regions and Ethiopian federal government. The future of this zone will be decided. So far, the region is under the control of Amhara regional government. Regional government is paying the salaries of government officials in Alamata and Koram as well. And Hailu Abira is the mayor, interim mayor of Alamata. If you remember, a few days ago, Hailu Abira was interviewed by a news outlet, and there he opposed the idea of holding a referendum in Raya to determine the future status of this zone. Then he was arrested by Ethiopian National Defense Force, and he remained in detention for a few hours. People protested, he was released. And now what we are hearing from Alamata is that he is making some administrative changes in Alamata city. Alamata city consisted of 4 cabilets. Hailu Abira-led administration has increased the number of cabilets to 8. The mayor says that population has increased in Alamata. That is why, for better administration, number of cabilets should be increased. The change has not been approved by any authority so far. Question is, can the mayor who is working as interim mayor make such changes? Because such changes should be approved by people's representatives, not approved by Amhara regional assembly or local representatives from the Alamata city. So it means that it is being done by the mayor on his own. And on his own, he opposed the idea of referendum as well a few days ago. Is he the one who will decide what will be the future status of this zone? Or will people's representatives and politicians and relevant players decide? I think he should be careful. He is going very fast. That is why perhaps he was arrested by Ethiopian army and later he was released. Tigray or Amhara regions, whoever will have control, they should decide how many cabilets should be in Alamata and what should be done to resolve the issue. I think mayor should only restrict himself to running affairs which are related to provision of services. if he's making some changes, changes should be approved by some relevant authority. And we don't know who is the authority now, because Tigray was in control of Alamata a few months ago. Now it is under the control of Amhara regional government. Secondly, viewers, a meeting was held in Addis Ababa yesterday of Addis Ababa churches. We know that now there is fight between Abune Matthias-led faction of the Orthodox Church and Abune Saviros-led faction based mainly in Oromia. The two will now try to take control of as many churches as possible, especially in Oromia. And in Addis Ababa, meeting was held. Addis Ababa church bishops attended the meeting. Purpose is to ensure that all Addis Ababa churches are under the control of Orthodox Church led by Abune Matthias. And an Oromo bishop spoke at this meeting. His name is Abune Henock. Abune Henock made some revelations. He said that in 2019, he and the three other archbishops were appointed. Abune Zina Marcos, Abune Estotsios, Abune Saveros. And he knew that they were working, the three ones, on a political agenda. He warned them. He warned the Holy Synod as well. But Holy Synod did not take action or did not listen to the demands of the three archbishops. He said outsiders were involved. That three archbishops, they were in touch with some outsiders, and that led to split. And he further warned that there were still some people within the church who were playing a double role. It means that there were black sheeps within the Orthodox Church. That is what he implied. Now, Abune Henock is an Oromo. Not all Oromo archbishops have joined the splinter faction. Still, several are with the Orthodox Church led by Abune Matthias. What is the future of the splinter faction? That remains to be seen. But Abune Henock's talk indicates that this announcement, this split, did not come all of a sudden. It was happening for some time. The three archbishops were showing their concerns. Holy Synod did not listen, and that led to this split. Now, it will be interesting to see how many Oromo bishops will join the splinter group, and what would be the acceptability of the splinter group in Oromia. Thirdly, viewers, we have a clip for you of Debretsion's young kid. Debretsion Gebremichael is Tigray's president. I think his wife is US national. His young kids too, I think, they're also US nationals. He married Abune Gebremichael. And watch this clip, then we'll talk a little about it.
Hey, hey, hey. What's your name?
Cute kid. Firstly, may he live long. The video is from the US. The video is shared by Robel, who is Debretsion's cousin. And the family celebrated Christmas there. So on Christmas, this video was recorded, made public by Robel. And it was, the video is from Abune Gebremichel's house, who is Debretsion's wife. So Debretsion's family is in the US. Debretsion led his people from the front. No one can deny that. In the 2-year-long war, Debretsion, Getachew, Sadkan, Megbe, where are they? Others. They were on front lines. They risked their lives, but they did not leave Tigray. They fought for their people. But their families mostly were not in Ethiopia. Ethiopian elites have dual nationalities mostly. Their families live abroad. Their children study abroad. That is what happens mostly in developing, underdeveloped countries. That ruling elites' families are abroad. They live a comfortable life. Common Tigrayans, they also have the right to live such lives. So that is why it's good that war has come to an end. Let's hope, let's pray that all Tigray children live the type of life being enjoyed by the Debretsion's kids in the US. It's not just Tigray leadership, PP leadership as well, Amhara leadership too. Mostly, they have dual nationalities. Their families study, live abroad, and they are in Ethiopia. If they find it difficult to continue with their political careers, then they flee Ethiopia too. So that is what has been happening. What is needed is that ruling elites' families, their kids should study at Ethiopian schools. That is how Ethiopian education system will improve. But obviously, it's not going to happen in near future. And that is what is happening in several countries of the world too, in Pakistan as well, that ruling elite, their families are abroad, their kids abroad, their parents abroad, to families of politicians, of military command, of judiciary, top judges too. They live here, and then when they retire, they flee, or you can say they leave the country. So they don't want to risk the lives of their family members economically or in relation to conflicts. That is not unique, what is we are seeing in Ethiopia. But the way forward is that ruling elite should live in Ethiopia. That is the way forward. Otherwise, others' children, common Ethiopians' children, will keep on bearing the brunt of the conflicts, armed conflicts, environmental conflicts, political conflicts in Ethiopia, and in the families of ruling elite, they'll keep on living a comfortable life. Thank you for watching.